Now let's turn to what was an extraordinary session in the last 24 hours in the oil markets. Sun chartist, come to think of it, no one expected negative money market rates, then the 10-year, then the entire yield curve, then oil. The price on the futures contract for West Texas crude that is due to expire today fell into negative territory, minus $37.63 a barrel. That is unprecedented, the lowest print ever. We've never gone negative, and it just blew through every, I think, a realistic expectation anyone might have had. Definitely one of the most incredible headlines I've ever seen cross the terminal, the stalwart. That was the settlement price. I tweeted, we're now entering the twilight zone for the oil producers, and really it is. They are basically utterly bankrupt. Oil plunged to the lowest since 1986, ahead of contract expiration. Refiners are rejecting barrels at a historic pace, and with US storage levels sprinting to the brim, market forces will inflict further pain until we hit rock bottom or COVID clears, whichever comes first. But it looks like the former. 6th of April, I was quite prescient, but did not make any money off my prescience, I'm afraid. On the 6th of April, which was actually a problem that one of my favorite writers, Lefebvre, said in his wonderful book, Reminiscences of a Stock Market Operator. He says it's better to do good, to do your trade, than talk about it. 6th of April, I said a return to a hyper-connected 100 million barrels per day world is not going to happen for the foreseeable future. In that same article, I said, what I do know is this: regime implosion is coming to the oil producers, and Trump can game the price, because you will recall he gamed it and everybody got terribly excited and took it above $30 a barrel. Sure, but it's a pointless exercise, as we've now discovered. Demand has created, and a return to a hyper-connected 100 million barrels per day world is not going to happen for the foreseeable future. I said Putin will survive because he prepared for the moment by hedging his risk in gold. Others are as good as terminated. 22nd of March, I also foresaw what was going to happen in an article, COVID-19, and a rolling sudden stop. We are moving from a world of hyper-connectedness to a world of quarantine, where we're all having those extraordinary dreams. A complete quarantine is the only way to vaccine this 21st century world of ours. We need more than that. We need, widespread testing as well. Bill Gates' coronavirus has started behaving a lot like the once-in-a-century pathogen we've been worried about. He's a different issue entirely. The price of crude oil is perfectly correlated to the COVID hard stop, I said in March. One of my favorite writers is Ryszard Kapuściński, and one of his most extraordinary books was called The Shah of Shahs, and it's about the downfall of the Shah of Iran, 1978 to 1979, and I was, I think, 13, and I'd got to England, and this unfolded on my television set. It really was one of the most incredible things I've ever watched. But I think we're in an equally incredible moment, except this is not a phenomena localized to Iran. This is a global phenomena. In that book, Oil creates the illusion of a completely changed life, life without work, life for free. Oil is a resource that anesthetizes thought, blurs vision, corrupts. Oil kindles extraordinary emotions and hopes, since oil is above all a great temptation. It is the temptation of ease, wealth, strength, fortune, power. It is a filthy, foul-smelling liquid that squirts obligingly up into the air and falls back to earth as a rustling shower of money, he wrote. That time has ended. And how? Yesterday. Hunter S. Thompson, The Edge, and this is where all these oil producers are now. There is no honest way to explain it, because the only people who really know where it is are the ones who have gone over. I take you back to a comment by the Trafigura co-head of oil trading. A few weeks ago, Javier Blas tweeted this. Consumption may be down 35 million barrels per day right now due to the coronavirus. And with everyone focused on Saudi, Russia, Trump, he noted, we have no hope of production cuts matching the demand destruction. And that remains the case now. On April the 2nd, when Trump did his tweet show, I said Trump has now shot his shot. This is not his tariff war algorithm gig. Then, of course, he could keep the stock market going, promising that a deal was imminent. But really, the algorithms in the oil markets reacted as he wished, but only momentarily, which is what I was saying. The basis, this is Nassim Taleb, is out of whack because of storage. It is like being stuck in traffic in a Bentley and no possibility of leaving it, so you need to pay someone to take it from you. The Bentley, appropriate as well. And my final conclusion, if storage is full, then selling June WTI, which is currently at $21.62, is a no-brainer trade, because nothing changes in 4 weeks or even 8. So that's where I stand, and I would be selling it up the wazoo.